Well, hey guys, hi, Brent, Abel, WebTennis.com, back here with another episode of What's the Right Shot. Hope you are having a spectacular day so far, wherever you are. And yeah, Maya and I just got back yesterday from the desert. We were down there for about 5 days, 4 days of it, just brutally hot training, but great stuff on the grass court. So, oh, speak of the devil.
Hi.
There she is. What's going on this morning?
Well, I have to take the dogs out.
Got to take the dogs out. Okay.
Eat some breakfast.
Eat some breakfast. Speaking of
lunch.
dogs, there's one big
Hi,
dog
Bubba.
right there.
Eat my pineapple.
Eat your pineapple.
Hi, Bubba. This is
Okay.
Bubba.
Where's the bub? There he
There
is.
you are. Hi, Bubba.
Oh, man.
He's kind of a big boy.
Oh,
Oh.
God. All right. Yeah, that's
Anyway.
our Mastiff. Bubba, trying to work here. Don't bark, man. Don't bark.
He
That
won't
thing
bark.
is so loud,
No,
it will just...
He won't bark. He's a good boy.
Okay.
Aren't you? Oh, God. Aren't
Okay.
you? Okay.
Bunch, I
Yeah.
gotta help the people today. I gotta help them out.
All right, you guys. Bye.
Oh, God.
Come on, Bubba.
Anywho, so what I got for you today is, recently we've been working on this transitional shot in doubles, and whether it's a serve and volley or whether it's a return to serve and come on in, what I've got for you today is another serve and volley, and I think serve and volley is one of the biggest misnomers in the game of tennis. I mean, it sounds like you got to serve and then hit a volley, and lots of times if you do that, you choose the wrong shot in terms of the volley, which means that most players, rather than letting a low ball kind of bounce up to where they could then play the shot as maybe a half volley, or in the point you're going to see here, which is don't reach forward just to volley, because then you put yourself in a bad position and then you got to volley up, lousy geometry. Really what you want is you want to let that ball bounce first and let it bounce up, give the ball some geometry, some height, so now you've got some choices. Blah, blah, blah. Here comes this episode of What's the Right Shot. Okay, guys, this point really illustrates the mistake in thinking that it's always serve and then a volley. And the reason I say that is too often what happens is we make our split step and then we transition and reach forward for a ball that is going to land here. And, when you do that, I mean, if I was to reach forward and volley from just above the court surface right there, I mean, the geometry is really bad, right? So in terms of having to volley up, and then you got to get this thing up, and you got to get it somewhere down low quickly. I mean, there's no real opportunity from here to lob. And so really what I want you to be thinking about is that, again, just like we've been talking about with the transition is, is it a volley or half volley? And the only way that you know that is, well, what's the right balance that you can get? And in this one, I probably could have been somewhat balanced if I'd reached forward and volleyed. But again, the geometry would have been lousy for me. So my choice here is to go ahead and let the ball bounce up. And so this is going to be, about a waist-high shot, right? I'm gonna let the ball have enough geometry to get up a little bit. But right down below the video, I want to see in the comment section what shot you would play if you are me in this situation. So go ahead and pause the video right now, and then go ahead down in the comment section and let me know, and then come on back. Well, okay, you are back, and let me show you what shot I chose to play here. And as we go through my shot choice, I want you to take a look at my good buddy Jerry, right? Jerry, a really good player, and in this particular point, his court positioning is not what he wants it to be, and he's going to learn quite a bit from this video. Right now, he's starting in the service line, which I like. When his partner's returning serve, helps out with a call, but it's it's really a defensive position too. Right, so not only can you, as a receiver's partner, help out with the call here with the serve, but the other thing that is that if you've got like a mad poacher here, if Cliff is going to really poach on this thing, you know, you want to be in a position so that you can defend that ball in the middle. But once you can see that Cliff is not going and the return's going cross court, right now your feet have got to take you forward, and you got to be up inside that service box, really challenging. Now just think if you'd been up inside the service box here and I had chosen a volley. I mean, you would be, you know, in such a great position there. Even though with, you know, letting the ball bounce here, you want to be, you know, you want to be the player that's up in front and really kind of cutting off some angles. In this case, and I don't really see that, I've already made up my mind where I want to go with this ball. But I'm just telling you, I think George feels, who just returned serve, that he might have to cover the middle a little bit because his partner is not up here kind of cutting off the middle. And because of that, I think he takes one little step into the middle there, and then, you know, I'm just going underneath. I'm just going underneath over there. So, guys, a lot to learn from this point, even though it's just 3 shots, right? It's just a serve, and it's a good return that forces me to not volley, and then that right there. But a lot to learn in terms of you don't always need to reach down just to volley, number one. And number two, I think the most important part of this point is if you're Jerry, is to make sure you move forward and you really start cutting off some angles. And if you move forward and, you know, I choose a lob over you, you know, you're forcing me into a tough shot, right? But the other thing, too, is if you move forward, if you're Jerry, and I think George at that point feels like, all right, you know, I've got to cover the lob. I've got to cover this shot in here. But that's a lot easier than thinking, oh, boy, this middle might be open, and then I got to go, you know, blah, blah, blah. I don't know. Anyway, it's the caffeine. So, guys, write down below the video. Let me know what's on your mind with this point. You know, several different things to pick out. And I'm going to play it again in real time and then give you a slow-mo. And I want to hear from you. All right, guys, hope that made sense in terms of whether you choose to volley or whether you choose to have volley, or in this case, whether you choose to put the brakes on super early, let it bounce up, and then you've got some shot choices. So again, let me know right down below the video in the comments section what's on your mind, any feedback, any comments, any questions. Love to read them and love to respond. Guys, if you're not on my email list, you got to do so. You got to get signed up. It is free. And if you'll do that, what I've got for you is my free topspin second serve course to make sure that you eliminate double faults, number one. But number two, you're not throwing in just a little wimpy second serve that sits up and gives that returner the advantage. I promise not to spam you, only email you good stuff. I do email regularly. Maybe not daily, but pretty close to daily. As again, it's always the good stuff for you. So right down below in the video, there's a link in the description area. You can click the link and get free access to the Topspin Second Serve course, or just go to WebTennis.com and fill out that little easy form there. I think it's a first name and email address, and you'll get access to the course. Guys, in the meantime, until the next time I see you guys for another episode of What's the Right Shot, or something else that's kind of fun or cool, who knows what that might be, you got to get way out there, way out there, and make another spectacular day.